Okay, live to KRS broadcast. Yeah. All right. Let's get ready to rumble. So, yeah, I don't think this is gonna be a very long video. So as you saw from the title of my live stream, what most do not get about monthly horoscope transits in astrology. What do I mean by this? Well, for those of you who are subscribed to this channel and are not subscribed to my original channel, Care's channel, I have put up two videos in the last 3 days called Ashtak Varga. Ashtak Varga. And this is going to be a 3-part video. I've only put up the first part 1A, 1B. Okay? Then there's going to be part 2 and 2B and 3 and 3B. And it is the most important reason behind understanding transits. Like when you see your yearly horoscope, monthly horoscope, daily horoscope, and you see an astrologer saying, well, you have a grand trine between Jupiter and Venus, and this is going to bring great things for Aries people or Aries sun or Aries moon, and you're all like, all ready with your red cheeks, like, yes, love is going to come my way. And it doesn't. Why? Because and this is one of the reasons why I never really wanted to do a transit videos. I never really wanted to open up a transit channel, because it doesn't mean anything. Because in your chart, the Ashtak Varga score will show us if that grand trine and the big square and the shift that is coming, is it really going to do anything, or it's not going to do anything, or is it going to be really negative for you having that grand trine. So I have put those videos up on my channel, and I'm going to be, by this week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to put the part 2, which is actually going to go into transit. So this is why you might want to go to Kara's channel to watch those videos and to subscribe there. Because Ashtak Varga, as you know, is a mathematical system where all the planets except Rahu, Ketu, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, excluded, all the other planets give a certain score to each house. So from Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, the 7 planets, the 7 bodies, give a certain score to your chart. Okay, certain points. Like your grand trine is happening in the 1st house and 5th house, right? And Jupiter is coming in the ascendant for Libra people, and Venus is in the 5th house in Aquarius, and it's a great grand trine, and you're going to have love and everything happens. Well, if Jupiter originally gave your score, if your house is score less than 4 points, let's say give it 2 points, and Venus in the 5th house transiting gave below average score, below 4, of let's say 1 or 2, well, this is actually going to do nothing. And it's actually may become, opposite of doing good. So each planet in this scheme will give 8 points to a certain house. Venus itself will give a point to the 1st house. Jupiter is giving points to the 1st house. So whenever a planet, which is Jupiter, transiting in the sign of Libra for Libra ascendant, you got to see how many points it's giving. Is it giving 1? Is it giving 8, the maximum? And that's when you know, yes, whatever I am seeing, it is going to happen, written, because it is so great in the sign of Libra. So this is the understanding that most do not know on the Western side. Many, obviously professional, will know on the Vedic side that to use Ashtak Varga. This is a mathematical system. This is like binary system of astrology, which is on, off, on, off, on, off, which I'm going to go into tomorrow. Okay, so since Saturn is transiting into the sign of Sagittarius by this Wednesday around evening, I believe, Saturn is Saturn. My explanation of Saturn, okay, my explanation of Saturn that I have given you in the past 6 months of what it's going to do in Sagittarius, what it's going to do in Sagittarius, it may not hold the same thing for you. If it's going to give good or bad results, it's all depending upon the score Saturn is giving and getting in the 7th house through Binashtak Varga mainly, but also Sarvashtak Varga, which is the accumulated point of that house that all the 7 planets gave. And we're going to go deep into this, and the third part will go even deeper. Who knows? Maybe there could be a 4-part. So this is why I'm saying that this is not going to be too big of a video, because I just wanted to let you guys know that direct yourself to my original main channel, KR's channel, where I have made this video so you understand Ashtak Varga. Why, when you hear that Taurus people are going to find love this month, right? Some astrologer says Taurus people are going to find love this month. And you are a Taurus person. You don't find love this month. Why? Because your score is far different than the Taurus person who's standing next to you. They may have a score of 8 in Taurus. You may have a score of 0 in Taurus. That means if any planet is promising relationship or supposed to promise a relationship in the sign of Taurus, for you, it'll never happen. It will not happen. Especially if Taurus is the deciding factor for relationships. So please note that nothing happens when you have a low score, especially if it's 0, nothing happens. So if you're determining your children, birth of your children, we're determining your marriage timing, success timing, and if the Ashtak Varga score is 0, that's the first thing an astrologer in Eastern side, Vedic side, will ignore that sign. Like, okay, nothing's happening here. Okay, so what's my next option? Okay, so the next option is that your Saturn is going to come into the sign of Gemini. You're getting 6 points in Gemini through Saturn. And total, you're getting 45 points in this sign. Yes, you're going to get success. You're going to find something in this time. Absolutely true. So this is how a transit should be studied. And literally, in the beginning of, I think, well, it was actually my teacher, Mark Boney, who I've learned Ashtak Varga really deeply from. The very first thing that he told us in his course is that making any decision about an event without checking the Ashtak Varga is criminal. It's literally criminal. So if I'm determining, somebody's marriage timing, and I'm seeing, okay, Jupiter, Saturn are coming, and looking at your 7th house of marriage could happen. But if I see that a person is receiving low score, below average score, well, my chances of giving that prediction just went low, really low. So this is why it's important. And those of you who are on this channel and you want to see your Ashtak Varga score, and that's another thing, depending upon which software you look at your Ashtak Varga score, it could be off by 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, and that can make a difference. People don't realize that 1 point makes a difference. Because for Mars, let's say, Mars having 4 points, okay, in your chart, versus getting 3 points in your chart, will have a completely different result. So let's say you're trying to purchase a land. According to B.V. Raman, in one of his books on Ashtak Varga, it is said Mars receiving 3 points, one will lose land. So you see, you're receiving an Ashtak Varga score from one software saying 3 points. One software says 5 points or 4 points. And in 5 points, Mars acquires land, especially agricultural land. And I think it was Saturn or Mars, one of those two, because Saturn is more agriculture. But I mean, I'll check. But this is why it's important. And so the software that I use it's been used by K.N. Rao, the biggest astrologer in India. That's why I've always been using that one, and that's it. So those of you who do not know your score, just go to my website astrologycares.com under option 5 in the shop section. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 beyond is the report where you can see your Ashtak Varga. And then once you watch my video, you'll be able to determine that. But please just know, don't get depressed or don't lose hope if you see low Ashtak Varga score in certain house, because there are 5 different factors that go in determining that, oh, yes, this is not supposed to happen. So, because Bill Gates is a billionaire. Billionaire with a big B. Not Amitabh Bachchan, big B with a billion. Yet he has literally 19 points. And average is 28 points to get wealth. So you see how, and then people are like, oh, how come Bill Gates has low points? I have high points and I'm poor, and he's rich. Ashtak Varga is wrong. Astrology is wrong, because they don't know nothing how to actually understand Ashtak Varga. So please watch that before you start playing useless tricks on your head and start getting depressed. All right. So I'm gonna make that video this week, the second part, with especially transit. This is why I'm making this live here, because all the transit followers can then watch it and be like, yes, oh my God, why am I wasting my time, listening to monthly horoscopes and yearly horoscopes? Even on my own channel that I'm making, it's pretty much useless for most of you, because 70% may not come true for most of you. And I've said that over and over again. Look at the Ashtak Varga score. But again, if you have certain zero score, this and that, don't ask me, or this is doom or all that, because I don't go into any negative things in astrology. That's my principle. Okay, so thank you very much. I don't know, any of you guys have any questions on that? That software is $500 or $400. When I got the older version, and then now I have the newer version. I have the 9.0, which is not released yet. It's going to be released sometime next year. So I'm like one of the first 5 or 6 people to have the version 9. So I'm so lucky, because that, oh my God, that software made my life easy, especially with your destiny point calculation, Hindu Lagna calculation of wealth. I love that software. That's the go-to software for everything. What's up, group all? Do we see points in Ashtak Varga according to ascendant? Okay, good question. Do we see points in Ashtak Varga according to ascendant? Of course, yes, but no. Wow, did I just confuse you? I love it. Yes and no both. Why? Like, you guys give me examples. You guys give me examples over and over again, even after I made my video. Oh, Bill Gates has 19 points in his 11th house. And I have 32 points in my 11th house. I'm not rich. How come he's rich? This is Ashtak Varga doesn't work, because you're looking at Ashtak Varga completely wrong. Because number one, you judge your Ashtak Varga from ascendant. 1, okay? You judge your Ashtak Varga from Arudha Lagna. You judge your Ashtak Varga from Ghatika Lagna. You judge your Ashtak Varga from Karakamsha Lagna. And you judge your Ashtak Varga from each planet itself. The Mahadasha that you're running. Let's say of Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, whatever. Look 11th from that. Look 2nd from that planet. But that's not the only factor. That is something I'm going to show you in the part 3 of Ashtak Varga. That actual determination of why the score is not giving you the results that you want. See, it's not, no one said it, astrology, especially Vedic astrology, is going to be easy. Okay? However, I make it fun. That's why it becomes easy. So once you see all these 3 parts, you'll be like, all right, now I see it. Now I see it. But again, I'm warning you. Maybe you don't want to see it. You can watch the video, try it on other people, but don't try it on yourself. I always say that. Don't try it on yourself. Because once you try it on yourself, because remember, the Ashtak Varga is like a final signature by universe. That what is supposed to be given, you will not go beyond that, those contract that you signed before you came in. Okay? So please be aware of that. Yes, it should definitely be used with care. Ashtak Varga is not for somebody to flaunt and show off to people. I predicted this and that, and I did this and that. No, I've actually gone beyond the stage of showing off. Uh, really, I have. For me, it doesn't matter anymore to show off any of my skills. Nothing. It just for me, just about just giving out information. That's it. You know what? I never really thought that I would be completely different person from my early 30s to my 40s. I never thought that. I'm like, oh, I am set. Whoever I am at 29, 30, I'll be this for the rest of my life. No, it changes, man, like so much. There are things that you care about so much. And at this age of my life, I don't care about half the things that I was caring about in my early days. So, yeah. Okay, so the thing about the sixth house you have to remember with Ashtak Varga, sixth house represents health, wellness, diseases. Your ascendant, see, here's the thing, your sixth house, eighth house, 12th house should all have lower scores. Or I think I remember in my lesson, it was said that if you add up the score of sixth house, eighth house, 12th house, it should be lower than 58 or something. And because what happens is, like people are giving me examples, like Muhammad Ali has more points in the sixth house versus his ascendant. And look, he was a victorious person. Yeah, but how did he spend rest of his life till his last breath? Exactly. Then people gave me examples of Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan has higher scores in the sixth house versus his ascendant. I'm like, okay. Have you had any accidents so far? Have you had any big life-threatening things so far in your life? No. Okay. Did Amitabh Bachchan had something in 1982? Did he have something in 2007? Okay. Well, it makes you more prone to things. The sixth house matter or may uh, really either comes alive or they may supersede your ascendant. They can overthrow your vitality. So don't just make these stupid assumptions like, oh yeah, Michael Jordan has 6 championship, greatest basketball player, and his third house is lower Ashtak Varga score. You're again, you look at astrology like, oh, I have a debilitated planet and I'm a very good person. That's the kind of mentality then you are showing me. Until you learn everything like from all around, and then you say, yes, I have more respect for that. But when you give me this one pointers, when I have actually said in the video, it takes 5 to 6 different steps to come up to that conclusion that, okay, Ashtak Varga is not going to work. And K.N. Rao has been using it for 20 years with most accurate prediction and results. So you're telling me he's wrong? I could be wrong far more frequently than K.N. Rao, but K.N. Rao can't be wrong. He is absolutely the master of this. And also one thing I know, I think with Ashtak Varga, you can actually determine certain dates of your uh, events as well, which I'm still trying to learn that part. I'm not an expert in that, so I'll discuss that maybe somewhere later. Okay, so anyway, make sure you go onto that channel to watch those videos. It'll change your perspective on transits and astrology forever. Bye bye.